Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be taking a step back and playing some Naya Humans, partly because there's a bunch of you who already built this deck and you're kind of fans of it, but you haven't seen a good build for the new season, so hopefully this is going to help you out and get you where you're going, because I think it's a lot closer to a list you already have, and you don't need that many new cards to update it, which is always a bonus. So let's hop right in and take a look at what Naya Humans looks like in the current standard meta. You know what I'm saying. Alright, as always, if you want to get some extra benefits, some cool things, and maybe even get your decks looked at and get them featured here on the channel, remember to hit that join button down below. And if you want to protect all your nerd gear, check out ultrapro.com/PowrDragn. Use promo code PowrDragn, and they'll give you 5% off at checkout. And they'll give me a little bit here on the channel, so you're helping me out too. Okay, so this list, it plays a lot like what you expect. There's not going to be a lot of surprise cards, just a couple of things we want to talk about, and then we'll get right into the games. So, obviously, Hopeful Initiate. Still the best one-mana thing we can play, still going to play it. Gets rid of, really, most importantly lately, it's probably been getting rid of Meathook Maskers and the Bank Buster, right? These are probably the two things I'm killing the most with this card. There's other things being played, but usually those are the two things that you're seeing the most in current deck lists. Now, Fateful Absence, obviously, we need to play these just because we have to have hard removal. The burn damage removal is just not enough. And you need to be able to get rid of Shield Rids especially. So this just is what it is. Intrepid Adversary, obviously just a good finisher. Pump your team, gain some life. Awesome. We're playing 3 Thalia because we're basically playing almost all creatures. So it makes sense to go ahead and just rock the Thalias. 2 Cthulhus just to smooth out our mana. Or, you know, when you don't have anything else, you can just put counters on everything, which is pretty cool. And then 2 Adeline, Resplendent Cathar. It's arguable we should be playing another Adeline, and partly, I kind of want to talk about this for a second, because this came up earlier when I was thinking about this card, but one of the benefits to Adeline that I think is going unnoticed by a lot of people is the fact that you can get an extra creature, which protects you in weird Liliana scenarios, right? Or anything where they're going to make you sacrifice a thing. But this is actually really good for that very situation, that you can get out there, get the token out, and now you don't have to give up a real creature, right? You play something on 2, Adeline on 3. Even if they play their Liliana, you're getting rid of a token. Now, if they decide to play a removal card and Liliana or whatever, that's fine. Whatever happens, happens. But you force them to have more than just Liliana to cause a problem for you. Anyway, moving on. Anointed Peacekeeper. This also helps deal with Liliana and with Invoke Despair and with Shieldred, and you're like, this card's really, really good. It happens to be a human, which is a nice bonus. It has Vigilance, so it doesn't get eaten by the Wandering Emperor. So there's so many things this card does very well for this deck, so we're super excited to play this one. And honestly, it works against a lot of things. Even if it just slows your opponent down for a turn or two, or forces them to use a removal card on it instead of something else, when you're playing an aggressive deck, sometimes that's all you need, is just a one turn off they take to deal with this while you're setting up something else. Or even, you know, if you think the only way you're going to lose is if they play a Meathook Masker or Farewell or whatever, you can just call that card. It doesn't even have to be in their hand. So even if their hand's empty, just call the thing you think is going to help them turn the game around and save yourself some trouble. Then we have Brutal Cathar, because it's removal, it's creature, you know, same as you played in the old list. We did reduce the number of Stormseekers we had from last time for 2 reasons. One, we made room for Anointed Peacekeeper, so it makes sense. The other is that we actually don't want as many things that can get killed by cut down. And unfortunately, Stormseeker on the front side still is a cut down target. So that made us pull back away from that a little bit, and it's fine. You know, not the end of the world. Same thing here on Sunrise Cavalier. We did cut 1 to make room for the Peacekeepers, but I think the Peacekeepers bias the time against the problem matchups. And honestly, more importantly, the Peacekeepers also let you just have extra information that you can play around. So that's pretty key too. But anyway, yeah, Sunrise Cavalier. We are trying out 1 King Darien, extra large the 8th. And yet, let me let me just say, like, by now, y'all, this is like, I don't know, what is this, like the 6th deck, 5th deck? I think we've had 5th deck that we had King Darien in. I've made the same silly joke meme every single time. And no matter what, I have 3, 4, 5 y'all, every video, they're like, it's 48. This is what the Roman numeral, like, by now, don't you think I know? Seriously? We are just memeing around here, and it's just fun. It's like a pimp named Slickback, right? You just say the whole thing. King Darien, extra large, the 8th. That's where he is in the kingdom of PowrDragn. All right. back to finishing this off. We have Alana and Elena partners, and I will say the other thing about Alana and Elena, a little bit scary, is that it is actually also a cut down target. So for that reason, we move from being 3, I believe, in the old list, and 1 Sigarda to flip-flopping to where we just have 2 and 2. So it gives us a little more protection against that, and Sigarda flies. So if you are in a situation where they have a Shieldred on the ground, this lets you still come over the top. So that's actually pretty good. Then we have Eiganjo, Seat of the Empire, 9 plains, 3 mountains, 3 forests, 3 Sundown Pass, 3 overgrown farmland, and 2 Jetmire's Garden. Now you're probably wondering, why don't we have a full set of Jetmire Garden, or why don't we play a full set each of the Sundown Pass and overgrown farmland? Truthfully, that could be the right answer. My concern, though, is I don't want to get too many tap lands early and not be able to play something on turn 2, and then be stuck and be behind pace the way we want to be going on those later turns. And especially against the mono black decks, you want them to be using removal sooner than later. Otherwise, your better stuff is just going to get dealt with on those later turns. So, to that end, we're playing a couple more basics. Hopefully it doesn't beat us up too much. We'll find out. But it is one of the things we're going to keep our eyes on. But anyway, let's go play this. If you enjoyed this deck, if you played the deck before, hopefully this is a fun video for you. And I will catch you on the backside, because we'll definitely have updates after we figure out what it is we want to do with this. Blah, we're going to mulligan. This is not any better. I mean, I guess? This is pretty bad. I have no idea where this is going to go, but it doesn't feel good wherever it's headed. I was thinking, man, could we get bailed out with like a Catilda or something? That would have been sweet. Yeah, now we're in a bit of a pickle. Yep, come get us. Now we're going to probably have to wade through like 52 counter spells or whatever this mess is going to be. So we'll give them the things we'd rather them counter first. Yep. Sounds like a plan. Yep. Sure. Okay, well that's not bad. Thought that was going to also get countered, so that's a step up. They discard 2 unless they discard a land. Then we get to see their hand. Hopefully we can put some restrictions on what they're trying to do here. So they've got a negate. Ew, they could steal something with that. That's pretty gross. Slip out the back. Alright, that's not the worst thing. Okay, I guess we'll stop. Well, they're a lot of mana away from that, though. Because they have to get 5? I mean, they could luck out and get it, but... Nah, I'd rather just not have to worry about it when the time comes. We may not be where we need to be. A little bit scary, but probably correct. So let's do that. Now, unless they top deck the right card here, we know... Okay, well, we know it's not that. So, Alana and Elena is at least easy money here. So that's good. Ooh, that's not bad either next turn. Would you like to slip out the back one of these? Nope. Alright. Did they get the 5th land? They did not. Oh, they did get a Haughty Djinn, though. That's legit. That's a thing. We get to block. Alana and Elena have Secret Reach. Yeah, they got to spend it to save their own dude. Love that. Love it. Get it, team. Get it. I guess I should have attacked with Alana and Elena too. That was a little bit of a mistake. Nah, they would have probably blocked and survived, and Alana and Elena is just better here. Though, now if they got the land, they could play their Invoke the Winds or whatever. So, that's legit. Okay, put that back in our hand. I'm not sure what that really does, though. I mean, I guess it buys you a turn. because we know what's over there. I'm just thinking if I should just play this and attack with this instead, but I think I'm going to wait. Alright, we'll just move the attack steps, put the counters here. Attack. Make another dude. End the turn. So now even if the opponent steals like out of line, we don't really care. Yep. We have all the things. Give that haste. Yep. Oh no. Alright. Well, this is definitely a mulligan. Yeah. Alright, we'll keep it. Let's get rid of... Well, we can't really use either of these at the moment, but we're going to lean on Halana. That feels like it might be a little better. Unless we're playing against black, because then Halana could be shot by a cut down, and that kind of sucks. And there it is. So yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Not cool. Bank Buster. All right. I guess we just kill this and just make it harder for them to do Bank Buster shenanigans on future turns. We have another Fateful Absence. We don't have to be super careful with it. Oh, are they thinking about cracking that? Drawing a card? Yep. Okay, so this was not land Liliana. That's some good news. Come on, Greenland. Untap Greenland. Let's go. Ah, you failed me. Damn it. Alright, well, we're going to attack for 4. And I guess we'll go ahead and play an Intrepid Adversary, because why not? Might as well just keep pressure up here. Hey, and we get to block a Liliana. That's awesome. Alright, well, that Adversaries had a hard life. Got in, got out. Sweet. This is excellent, because now we get to attack the opponent. And the new token comes in attacking Liliana. That makes life easy. And we're not worried about a meat hook or anything here, because we're at 4 toughness. Alright, soul transfer. Come on, deck. It'd be great. Great. Help us out here. Oh, no. Oh, that sucked. Okay, well, we're just going to do what we can do. I mean, like, that's kind of it, unfortunately. We just got stuck on lands this game. That's rough. I guess I could have played this. It would have been a 3-3 on the backside. Would have been something. But the opponent's at 4. I mean, not sure what you're going to do here. Yeah, I mean, you got an adversary. That's better than nothing. But we can kill... They don't know we can kill it. But, I mean, we just off it here. Well, there's some land. Didn't really matter, though. And we're going to get him for way more than 4. Yep, that'll do it. You know what? We're going to keep this. We have all the mana to do everything. We have cards we can cast, though not a real aggressive hand, which is unfortunate because that's sort of our whole strategy. So generally speaking, this hand, while we can play spells, isn't great. That doesn't contribute to helping this be any better. Oh, boy. I guess things being what they are, let's go ahead and put one of these into play tapped and just play this. And they're playing the legendary deck, maybe? With Joda? If so, we may need to hold on to this Fateful Absence. So this is kind of tough, where you sort of know what's going on, and we got to be a bit more careful about our cards and how we're going to be using them here. Okay. This is also tough because... now we kind of sort of want to use our Fateful Absences, but part of us also would like to attack with things And it's not necessarily the easiest thing to do here. Opponent's got 4 cards. Why are you playing all the Plaza of Heroes, but only played those things so far? Oh, this is so tough. Alright, I think I'm just going to pass. And we'll try to Fateful Absence something. I'll have to figure out what something is in a second. There's a Dinnick. Okay, that sort of makes sense. Yep, they're going to draw there. Attack for 2 more. Makes sense. Alright, so what if we get rid of Dinnick, play another Initiate, and attack. Alright. I mean, I assume we may get in this weird, like, Cathar game. I hate when that happens, but I get it. Though they do have all the colors here for doing all kinds of shenanigans if they've got it. They don't have Joda colors yet. Oh, Lagrella. That's neat. Alright. So then we kill Lagrella. We get our dude. We get rid of Dinnick. We attack with a pile. Is that what we're aiming for? I mean, that might be the play. Not sure what this needs to look like. Alright, we'll just pass. Mostly because we get our dude back as a 3/3 here. And then we have this as a trampler next turn. So we could do quite a few things. We can also decide to just use... there's Joda. Alright, well, this is where we're going to have to get creative. Unfortunately, we wanted to do other things that we can't do right now. I kind of dig what the opponent's doing from a strategy standpoint here. What's that? 2, 4, 6, 8? We'd go down to 6. I mean, you know, is what it is. Let's do it. Bruh, really? Okay, well. If we do this in Stormseeker, we can get in for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could kill Lagrella, get back a 3/3, block a thing, take 4. But if they have a hasty thing, we die. Well, we can still chump block with 1 initiative if we leave that back too. I guess that's fine. Trying to engineer an ugly looking comeback. Taking a couple of risks here. But if it works, we could potentially have lethal next turn. No. No. Well, I guess we get to chump at least one thing with our hopeful initiate, so there's that. Dang. Please target Lagrella, because that's the thing I want to kill anyway. You're not. You're going to put it on the first striker. Lifelinker makes sense too. Okay, so now let's think about this for real. If we kill Dinnick, opponent will be able to attack for 2, 4, 6. Well, we'd block with one of the initiates. Yeah. Dang, that sucks. We just don't have a choice. Alright. Kind of is what it is, unfortunately. Ah, that was such a good draw for them. Such a good draw for them. I mean, I can't hate it because I would have been happy to draw my Halana Lena too if we'd have been able to. So it's all good. That has to block Dinnick, I'm pretty sure. This is going to block here. We take 3, go to 3. Hopefully that's all that happens. Opponent goes to 15, unfortunately. We've already used a big chunk of our removal. So we would need, like, Adversary or something here to even threat. Oh, okay. All right. That's a thing. Now, how do we not die being at 3? I guess we just can't attack with anything. That's pretty boring. I think the opponent's got this. I can't see a world where this goes well for us. All right. We just have to pass. I mean, it sucks, but I think that's all we can do. And, you know, even if they play Joda or something here, we're forced to chump block across the board, so we're effectively dead. Needed to draw one of our big hitters or pump creatures or whatever, and we did not find one. All right, GG's. All right, we're going to hope to get a little bit lucky here then. We're just going to play Adversary, hope it lives, and then see what the hell happens after that. All right, we at least got a mana for Adeline, so that's good. I would like some red mana, really, with what's in our hand, though. Even if it just run out Cavaliers for a minute. That'd be pretty big. Backup Adeline makes us hurt a lot less, though. Uh-oh. Opponent's got mana. They're going to kill something. Probably just kill Adeline, I'd imagine. Yeah, that makes sense. Get in there. All right, let's see what else they got. If they've got something. There you go. Oh, they've got all the colors here. Dealing with some legendary shenanigans, I take it. Yep, there's a Torrens. Well, sadly, this is kind of all we can do here. Yep. All right. We're up against it. If we don't draw red land next turn, I think this is going to be it. So I'm going to have a hard time figuring out how we win from there otherwise. All right, well, let's see if you're holding a Wandering Emperor. There's a good chance they are. Now, the best part is Wandering Emperor doesn't get Adeline, which is cool. Oh, no, it was a March. Intriguing. Definitely not what I was expecting to come out of that. So we're playing all these legendary lands. We played a Torrens and basically 2 removal cards. They do have all 5 colors now, so if there is a Joda, now would be the time. But if they have a sweeper, it's not that good because 2 of our creatures are sitting in limbo at the moment. So what does this look like for you, opponent? Okay. I guess that's a thing. Try to attack. Yeah, I'm not sure what else we do here. I mean, we're doing a lot on just these 3 white lands, and we've had 3 unplayable cards the whole game. We first strike and they don't. I don't know if the opponent's aware of that. Something must be coming. Apparently this is important to you, so let's not let you have that. Apparently they really don't want Thalia on board. Maybe I should just let Thalia die, though, in all reality. That was a little bit greedy. Because what's really, I mean, whatever would kill our creatures are going to kill our creatures now anyway. Unless it costs exactly 5, but then they found the 6th land anyway. And who knows, the card we let them draw might have been it. Oh, no. It was that dude. Okay, well, you can't really cast any of those things. I see why you wanted Thalia out of the way, though. Okay, yeah, then I guess we just go with this. And just say, here's all the damages. Yeah, I mean, that's all you can really do. Wow, I don't know how we won that with no real way to cast 3 cards. Oh boy. Alright, we'll keep it. We are going to will an untapped mana to the top of the deck. Come on, untap land. That's all we need, right? Hey, it worked. Usually it doesn't. I feel like I really did something. Y'all have no idea. That's a great feeling. I genuinely thought that wasn't going to happen. I thought we were just like, all right, cool. Some other dumb dude. We're just going to play an untapped land. Or play a tapped land. But all right, cool. We take one. Seems fair. You're a little late to the party there, friend. Liliana, Defiler, friend. Okay, well, you can't really cast a Liliana yet, so that's kind of good. So we slow the Liliana action down. Let's do that. And then that buys us a turn to be able to figure out if we want to play Darien or something else. Maybe we get Adeline and make a token, so then Liliana matters less. That would be cool too. Alright. They still don't have double black, so kind of works out for us. Alright, we're going to go with this and this. And play this tapped. Alright. So now, all things figured, if they play Liliana here, then we just sacrifice an initiate. Probably play King Darien next turn. Kill whatever's put in front of us. Oh, they're not even going to do that. I mean, they could kill something with Cut Down whenever they're ready, I suppose. We get red? I don't think it matters too much. Things being what they are. Interesting. You did not kill Catilda. That's a decision. Oh, my. Oh. Okay, then. Sure. I mean, might as well get something out of that, right? We're going to have to sacrifice something. It's got to be Catilda here, right? We're not sacrificing Helana. That ain't happening.
A fight? And you think you can win?
Yep.
Sacrifices must be made.
Sure. I mean, unless you have another cut down, I guess we get to kill Liliana no matter what here. So, sure. Let's sample things. Well, I guess no matter if cut down, you'll still be able to pay for it. But we could juice that up. Send this at Liliana, this at you. Does that work? It does work. Look at that. All right, so I guess now we just hope for no meat hook. There's the cut down. I was wondering. All right, you got a big dude. Go to 10. Sounds great. We also go to 10. Sounds good. That is not terrible to have here. Man, do you get another cut down? Well, maybe they did. I don't know. All right, opponent goes to 5. All right, Defiler is down. Whoa. All right, I'm gonna take it, I guess. I don't know. What the hell's happening right now? Nah, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. Trying to think of the only thing that could kill Lithali would have to cost 2, so yeah, if we just kill this. Mostly because if we play Brutal Cathar, they could possibly still have a cut down. So if we do this, less likelihood of anything going sideways. Yep, that'll do it. You know what? We're going to keep this. I can't think of... I mean, we're playing Adversary on 2 a lot, but it's fine. I can't really see why we won't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we draw Thalia or something, but seems fine. And we'll just hope to draw our lands, and everything will be great, right? We have 2 turns to draw a 3rd land, and a 3rd untapped land, preferably. Would have been nice if it was something with green. But we'll take what we can get, I guess. Oh, Giada. Oh, you were late, friend. You were late. Okay. This has potential to be very bad. Very, very bad. Okay. Looks like they got a little stuck on land, so that's kind of good. As much as I want to do other things, I think we have to try to take Giada here. And knowing what our hand is, I don't even want to attack here and give up the adversary. Because if we do get an untapped land, we could just go with Halana and Elena, and there's way more value there. So the opponent kept a very ambitious hand, and it looks like they miss land now. Yep. So we go with this and just put the full punish on. Yeah, Anointed Peacekeeper's a jerk whenever somebody's stuck on 2 or 3. We got Dream Geist. We get to stop 2 of those. There's a Shakedown Heavy. A little bit annoying. Do we care about anything else here? No. Shakedown Heavy is it. And the Geists. But you don't even have any blue at all. Oh, yeah. So just call Shakedown Heavy. Wow. Sure. I mean, I guess now we go ahead and get in with the adversary now that we know what their hand is. Because even if they drew 1 blue, that doesn't solve anything for them. They can't cast anything in hand. So, sure. And they can't even pump to do anything effective there, so, yeah. And then next turn, minimum, we're playing another haste creature or we're playing Halana and Elena. So, yeah, I think this is it for the opponent. I say that, right? There is possibility they could draw a couple of spot removal spells or something and buy more time. Because realistically, we can only play 2 cards in our hand currently, right? Unless we draw a 4th land or a white mana. We can't really do anything. So while we are advantaged, it's not over yet. Okay, well, it might be now. Alright. Yep. Now there's nothing they can draw here. Especially with having more haste creatures and everything in hand. Yep. That's everything. Whew. Yeah, we'll keep this. Even better if we draw an untapped white land here. We failed. Okay. Sometimes you try and it just doesn't happen. So now I have to decide what's worth going with here. I think I'm going to go adversary Because there are some scenarios where we might want to go initiative adversary next turn if we get a white land. Versus just, oh. Well. Okay. And no cut down. Interesting. Alright. I mean, our hand kind of sucks. The opponent's in a pretty good situation, all things considered. Shieldred, you got it. This is kind of awkward. And then we play this. I mean, I guess that's what we have to do. And then our stuff next turn is either, I guess, play Sigarda or play an adversary. Alright, you got rid of the small ones. Okay, so I think it's Sigarda now. Oh, they had a cut down for that. Okay. I think it's still Sigarda, actually. Because that turns Adeline into... Oh, well, we didn't get the land either way, so it didn't really matter. We had hopes and dreams, and none of them mattered. Okay. Man, just stuck on land. That sucks. Because that would have been a good turn, because we'd have been able to made Adeline into a 2, which would have been a 3, then we attack. It's Invoke Despair, sure, you can have that. Why not? Oh my gosh. Alright, we'll try. Debt to the Kami. Exiles a creature. Oh, it's all debt to Kamis. Okay, well, I guess so. Why not? Nice hand, opponent. Nice hand. Alright. I guess we'll exile this. I mean, this is actually kind of difficult. Because if we get rid of this, then they're just playing both of those next turn, right? But if we keep... I mean, we got to get rid of Adeline. Like, I mean, that's just all there is to it. I mean, we didn't draw land here. If we don't draw land, we're kind of screwed anyway, so... It is what it is. Alright. We did get land. Might be too little too late. I mean, we can at least do this. Make this big enough that it can keep Shieldred at bay for another turn, but we're still dead in like 3 turns. Okay, well now they just kill both of them anyway. Alright. Oh, actually, yeah, we're dead anyway. Ah, just getting stuck on land killed us. Our hand was good too. Alrighty, what do we want to do here? We're gonna keep and put this into play tapped, so we can just turn to Catilda. Though had I got, I don't know, there was a world had we drawn another initiate, I might have done 2 initiates since I had a Reckless Stormseeker in hand. Would have considered it. Let's play this and this, and we'll give this haste and we'll attack. Alright. Now let's see what we can do with all this mess. Conceal Curtains and Evolve Sleeper. Alright. Seems legit. Interesting. Trying to see what happens if they meet Hook for 2 next turn, but I don't think they're going to. If we play this, this is bad. Meet Hook for 2 is actually way worse. So I think we just go with this. Pump it up. And we attack with Initiate and Stormseeker, I think is the plan. Tap this for white. This for color. Doesn't really matter. We'll pay once. No! Oh my gosh! Are you kidding? What the hell was that? Why did that even happen? I mean, it's fine. We're probably still going to win, but that feels like something went way wrong. Yeah, we're going to get rid of Shieldred. Opponent's at 11. Yeah, we definitely can't kill them. They can double block here. Yep, that's fine. Do we want to play another initiate and then give the initiate haste? Maybe. Or we could just attack, remove a counter, get rid of a bank buster. That's an option. Just thinking what I want to give up to the bank buster is all here. But if we attack with everything and they block here, block... Well, you have 3 blockers. You can block everything. Alright, let's just do this. If it ends poorly, it ends poorly. So be it. Tough life for us. Opponent's at 3. We got to find a way around it. Meat Hook's going to wreck our world. Yep. Oh, but it's only for 2, not for 3. That makes a big difference. Multiple ways we can go about doing this with the opponent at 5. We're going to do this. We're going to bump the team. I think we go with this. I'm just thinking you block that, block here, 6 either way, right? Yeah. All right. Got away with one. Whew. All right, we'll keep it. All right, let's see what we're going to do here. Huh. I guess we're waiting for Liliana to show up? No, just a trespasser. Interesting. That is a bit surprising. All right, well, let's see what the opponent's got going on here. Trespasser, rights, Wandering Emperor. You have to sacrifice something for that, though. All right, sure. Then we just go with a Wandering Emperor, I guess. I mean, admittedly, we could have called Rights of Oblivion, but they're going to have to play one of their own things and sacrifice it anyway. And then our stuff is all hasty after that, so who cares? I guess I should have paid attention, though, because they don't have double white. So that's kind of a thing. But yeah, we'll just take the damage here. We have access to life gain later if we really need it, so I guess it's fine. Ooh, that changes things a little bit here. Huh. So we can play Thalia, play... Alright. And then we could play this, and then just discard Sunrise Cavalier? Maybe? So then they spin 2, they get rid of this, they get this back. How much do we care about that, though, is kind of what I'm thinking. Or we could just play this, attack. You know what? We're just going to play this, attack with Thalia. I like that better. Sure, you got your own Peacekeeper. Sounds great. Take your pick on what you want to get rid of. All right, opponent did nothing there. Very interesting. So we can still Cathar away a thing, or we could just make our stuff really big. 1, 2, 3. So we could pump a bunch of times if we needed to. Gosh, choices. Or we just trade something with the Sunrise Cavalier. That's a thing. I mean, maybe we just overwhelm the opponent here. And just say, all right, cool. You got to make a choice. I'm not going to really do anything with Thalia because it's still gumming up their hand. So we'll just let that be what it is. And we'll just see if they want to trade something here. Okay. That's a decision. All right. Oh, they did not find a white land they were looking for. I think that's because that lets you put a land in your hand too, right? No, just return a creature, Planeswalker. Okay, cool, cool. All right, this works. We're not mad at this. And we can pump our team to lots many. We do this. That makes a token. How big do we want this to be? I mean, we could do it for 1, for 2 right now. Nah. Meh. Let's just get in there with Stormseeker. No. Just this, I guess. Sure. All right. Okay. Now I think we've cleared enough that we can just go for big adversary next turn. I was trying to see when they were going to use these Rites of Oblivion, but they're not really cooperating. And for good reason. That's also not bad, and that can come over the top in a little bit. So we're not going to be in too much of a hurry. Though this would let us draw a card, which is kind of a big deal. But opponent's at what? 12. If we do this, we can only... I mean, we're still limited on what we can do with it. All right. We're going to pump... I'm deciding what I'm just going to get in with. It's probably going to be this since it's got the highest toughness. And we can pump 1, 2, 3 times. So let's go 1. Why is it not wanting to... I don't understand, Arena. Like... Sure. Alright, it's tapping the right ones I want anyway, though. That's fine. And then, yeah, just this guy. Get in there by himself for a lot. And then we should be good to go next turn with this. Because they're going to take some amount of damage here, and then either we get rid of a blocker, or we just get in with Sigarda for a pile. Yeah, neither should matter. Yeah, we're fine. Like, we can see their whole hand. We're not worried about anything. Sure. I mean, because their best bet is get rid of our adversary, which means then they're not really doing anything else. And they don't want to play Shieldred because that doesn't do enough. Yeah, GG's. That was a weird game. We kind of got stuck, but Catilda helped us out. Opponent had weird mana. Alright, so I think we made the right decision to go more creature heavy than spells in there. And I think that actually played a big part in a lot of our games. And the Anointed Peacekeeper did a lot of work, so I was a big fan of that. And I will say, against the mono black decks, I think the only ones I lost were where I got stuck on mana in some weird way. And it was usually just quantity, not color. And that was the biggest thing to me. Did we at least have the colors to cast everything that was in our hand? And I think all but once we did. And we actually still won that game. I think we ended up with just white mana up until the late turn. So that was actually pretty cool. So the mana really wasn't too big of an issue, and that's actually really nice. I think, though, I actually want to cut a King Darien, and I want to add in another Adeline. I think Adeline is so strong, and it's such a big creature for us, that it makes sense to want to have another one of those. And truthfully, King Darien's also still a cut down target, so unless we have a lot of tokens to really maybe take advantage of his sacrifice ability, pumping our team is nice, but it doesn't seem to be world ending in a lot of cases, as our creatures tend to be sizable, or we're removing the other ones anyway. So I guess it's okay. Though I do like King Darien Extra Large the 8th, I didn't say his full name last time, quite a lot. I just don't think this might be the list for him. So I'm probably going to cut that and put a third Adeline into the final list, but otherwise it's going to look very much the same because the results actually weren't bad. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Titanic Ultimatum. This is actually the ultimatum that kind of got overlooked a bit while it was in Standard, but as it turns out, this is actually super good in Commander. More than once, this card has just ended a game on the spot, and you don't even need a lot of creatures. I mean, if you have even 3 or 4 that are attacking, a lot of times that's going to finish somebody off. And not just that, you get a big boost on the other side to buy you another turn or two. Now, it does cost a lot of mana, but it comes with a hell of a lot of keywords on it, which is pretty cool. And if you want to pick these up, because they've already had a reprint, they're actually fairly cheap, anywhere between like $1.50 and $2.50. So very easy to find and add to your Commander decks if you're on a bit of a budget but still want a big hitter, big cleanup, something to close the game out with. And if you like playing humans decks and you like today's video, check out this Bant humans list we just played a few days ago. That was also very powerful, and you'll enjoy that one just as much. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.